Live show with your host, Michael Woodall.
Oh no, we're going to have to do better than that. Jay Leno gets a lot better than that. You want to do that again?
You have to start from the beginning.
No, just introducing.
Welcome, studio audience, to the Evansville Live show with your host, Michael Woodall.
Thank you, Nancy. Welcome to the Evansville Live show, where we come to you every week, bringing you the greatest that Evansville has to offer. Before we get with our first guest, I have a little story for you. Prison warden went into the chow hall. He said, "Men, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. The good news is all of you get to change underwear. The bad news is it's going to be with each other." So that's when the applause sign goes up.
I can't do everything.
Here we go. Evansville Live. Today we have on our show CherylMoucha, but Cheryl really cooks. Cheryl, could you please come?
Clap for
Up,
Cheryl.
and everybody give her a big welcome. Cheryl really cooks.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. So are you going to interview me, or am I going to roll with this? And I'm okay to roll with it.
Well, I was thinking that you were going to talk to us about the importance of eating healthy food.
I absolutely am.
Yeah, and how it's going to help us mentally
Totally.
and with our skin, our complexion, and everything. Why don't you share with us?
Thank you for bringing that up, because I live and breathe healthy food. That's just the story of my life. So I could talk about this for about 3 days, but I think you people want to leave soon. Anyway, the most important foods that you can eat are whole foods that are minimally processed. So that's it in a nutshell. And now you probably want to know, what are those whole foods that are minimally processed?
Well, I'm sure there's many foods available.
There are.
Many foods available. Are some better for us than others?
Yes. I would say vegetables and fruits and whole grains are very good for us. Some amounts of meat, like beef, chicken, turkey, and fish, those are good for us. You want them to be unprocessed as possible. So steaks are good.
How can you get unprocessed meats these days?
Well, you go back to the butcher shop where they have raw meat. That's what you want to use. You want to use fish that is raw, almost about as raw as this little guy.
That's Charlie the tuna.
This is Charlie, yes. But anyway, you would want to have a fish fillet off of this, not one of those breaded fish fillets that they sell at the Golden Arches, because those are not really the Golden Arches.
What are they?
Really the pearly gates, because that stuff is just not good for you.
Uh-oh.
It's not healthy, so that's not whole food, okay? So anyway, you want to eat foods that are like this. This is a tomato. It's high in antioxidants. This one actually has lycopene, which is a very good antioxidant, because when you eat bad foods that are overcooked, maybe burnt or charred, a lot of people eat grilled foods that are blackened. That is actually bad for your system. It gets into you, and it creates something called free radicals.
Before we get into that punk rock band, free radicals is what it sounds like to me. With the fruit that you're holding here because the tomato's a fruit, from what I hear.
Yes, it is.
Does the way you prepare it have anything to do with it? The nutrients, are they taken out or whatever? Does it change it?
Yes.
Does how you prepare it help, or?
It totally does, yes. If you want to use it raw, that's probably the best way to get the absolute best vitamins that are in it, because when you cook it, it changes the vitamins. The chemical makeup changes. Not always for the worst, but the best is to wash it. You always want to wash it really well. That's important to get the dirt from the field off of it, and to get the chemicals that are on it. You want those off of here. You don't want to overcook any food. Okay, and we'll be sharing a recipe in a little while, and it's not a cooked recipe. The vegetables are not cooked, although the fish is. but it's cooked, just minimally. And that's really the idea. Otherwise, then you go into that.
Yeah.
Yes, what do we call it? The punk rock, I forgot
Free
all
radicals.
Free radicals.
For radicals, I'm sorry I interrupted you there.
Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine.
I wanted to talk about the preparation of fruits and vegetables.
Mhm.
So tell us about free radicals.
Well, free radicals, they come about by eating foods that are dangerous, and that, I would say that charred foods are probably one of the most dangerous, and that tends to upset the system and causes these free radicals. And what they really are unstable oxygen cells. You're loaded with cells, zillions of them. These are unstable cells, and they're missing a critical piece. And what they're always doing, we all have free radicals, they're running around in your body constantly looking for that missing piece. And when they do this, they're like a bull in a china closet, because they'll run helter-skelter, like, where's my piece? Where's my piece? Where's my piece? And that's all they do all the time. And in the meantime, when they do this, they're actually bruising and nicking other cells that are in their way, because they don't care who's in their way. They're going to take it. But we have an antidote to that. Because when they nick and bruise the other cells, those cells get oxidized, and then they get damaged, and that brings on premature aging and disease. But we have antioxidants, which we can eat. These are loaded with antioxidants.
And that's how you repair the
Absolutely.
effects of the free radicals.
Totally, yes.
Okay.
This is the antidote, antioxidants, and they're in all bright colored fruits and vegetables. I have here, this is organic Swiss chard. This is top of the line as far as going after, did you get that? Going after the free radicals. So onions are wonderful, oh my goodness. So all of these things are really high in antioxidants.
All right, so these foods are an example of a food source for those good nutrients.
That's exactly right, yes. And if you prepare them minimally, like with this particular recipe that we'll be sharing, we only cook the fish, so like I said, but these will be raw. These will be at their finest state. So as long as you prepare them clean hands and clean the fruit and vegetables, you're not going to contaminate them.
You know what stoplights are.
All right, sounds good.
Yes.
And Cheryl has a gift for you. The yellow folded paper that you have on the table before you is her tomato, avocado, mango, salmon recipe.
Yeah.
It's sure to bring you to a better, healthier eating lifestyle.
I hope that you will enjoy it.
Yeah. And for more information about Cheryl's presentations or what have you, she has a website you can go to and see all of her series on cooking. Cheryl, could you please share your website information?
Go to www.CherylReallyCooks.com.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. And next week, make sure you're here. Make sure you're here next week and tune in.
Both of them
Because
are.
we have a special guest from the West Side Nut Club. They're going to be here on the show doing some crazy stuff that you are not going to miss. So anyway, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
I don't know what it is.